What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So I've classified cryptocurrency as a game changer, right? Something that, when you look at it as an investor, we're always looking for those things that are going to change the dynamic of things, that are going to change somebody's life that decides to invest into that and hold on to that for a long time, believe in it for a long time. When you think of those game changers over time, right? You can classify the internet as one of those, the technology boom as another one of those. And then obviously looking at something more recent and saying cryptocurrency, the way that we utilize money, the way that we, instead of spending a dollar, we're now spending this other form of currency to buy whatever we want to buy, to communicate between countries. The banking industry, right? Credit cards, checks, all of these things were game changers for the world, right? And especially, right, we look at it from where I am, right? I'm going to look at it inside my own box, which is the US. It definitely was game changers. And XRP is one of those as well. Cryptocurrency is one of those as well. But XRP is going to be a major part of why cryptocurrency becomes that ultimate game changer. So we're going to talk about that in this video while comparing it to one of those game changers we've seen in the past, which was Amazon. So if you guys could, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out my links down below. It does help out the channel. One of those links will be for Twitter, for Patreon. You can also check out my link for BTCC. This is a platform that I use, that I've been using more recently. In the last year, actually. And you can get a 10% deposit bonus if you use my link. You can also get extra bonuses up to $10,055, 40% lower trading fees. You can trade up to 500x leverage if you want to. This exchange has been around for a long time. And they also have a giveaway going on, $1,500 of a USDT giveaway, giving away, splitting between 3 people. So 500 USDT you could win if you just sign up using my link. Follow the instructions down here, how to be included in the draw. It's a 2-week competition. Just to let you know, last time I did a competition, 9 people only got to qualify for that, meaning that out of 9, 2 people won 250 USDT. And in this case, it could be out of 9 again. That $500 or 500 USDT goes to 3 of those winners. So feel free to check out that link down below. Also, if you register, you can receive $100 USDT in coupons issued the next business day. So again, feel free to check it out. Link will be at the top of the description for that. Now, XRP currently stands at $2.86. In the last month, it's down by 5.6%. In the last day, it's up by 1.3% at a $170 billion market cap. We're also seeing about a $6 billion volume day with 60 billion coins in supply. Not necessarily at 60 billion coins, but close to it, right? We are seeing a volume to market cap ratio of 3.4% there here today. So now, the comparison. This comes from the Crypto Basics, or the Crypto Basic. XRP compared to Amazon's pre-boom days. Analysts predict $100 to $200 surge. Now, this would be amazing for anything that you hold for a long-term XRP, but also, it's not 100% that this is going to be the case. I'm looking at it as on the investment side, but also on the use side, because I have some set for my forever balance and what I'm going to use for the long term. But there's many others that may not believe in it at all. But let's go through some of this information, right? Anderson shared views on a recent episode of a Bull Runner show. Notably, he compared XRP's recent price action to Amazon's stock history. He emphasized that Amazon traded sideways for about 3,800 days, more than 10 years, starting from the year 2000. Anderson pointed out that Amazon stock finally broke out in a massive cup and handle pattern in 2010. Following the breakout, Amazon entered a consolidation phase before skyrocketing from $5 to $200, a staggering 3,900% rally. He noted this explosive run unfolded over 15 years from 2010 to 2025. So what you can take from that is that this is not going to be something that's just like it's going to get there right now. We see some movement, great. We see the FOMO, we see the push in the overall market, great. But it doesn't mean that we may see $100 next year or 2 years from now. It might be 5, it might be 10, it might be 15 years that we see this, get to some of these levels of $100, $200, and the cryptocurrency market be worth maybe hundreds of trillions. You never really know. And honestly, we also don't know when it comes to the burning mechanism associated with it as well. XRP to hit $100 to $200, interestingly, he suggested that XRP has mirrored Amazon's performance over the years and has the third biggest token in the and that the third biggest token is currently in a similar consolidation phase like Amazon did before the massive rally. Anderson claims XRP is using its previous high as a support. XRP trading around $2.75 currently, I believe 280. What did we just say it was at? 286. So seeing it trade at 286 at the time of the analysis, he emphasized that the token is not far from the point. Sorry, it's about to go back. I just clicked back on the button. $5. I did just click it. See, I told you it was taking a while to load. Where Amazon begins its rally as it continues to mirror Amazon's performance. Anderson speculated that the token could theoretically reach $100 to $200 just like Amazon. However, he noted that would take years for XRP to achieve this milestone. Notably, the analyst believes that many long-term holders, particularly those within the age of 30, could become wealthy if XRP climbs to a minimum target of $100. If he assumes that by the time XRP could reach $100, these young investors will have turned 45 to 50 years old. He estimates that XRP reaches $100 and holding 10,000 tokens, this will be a value of $1 million. Now, so I'll talk about this, right? Obviously, you go through the short term and you could talk about all of that. But let's talk about this for a little bit, because you have to understand over a longer period of time, and I'll play both sides of it, right? Over a longer period of time, someone that's holding 10,000 XRP and noticing that they could take hundreds of thousands of dollars, most likely will take those $100,000, $200,000 that they have in front of them, because it's going to change their life in the shorter term, not necessarily the 10 to 15 years. So the longer that this happens, the more that people are going to end up taking profit as that investment rather than just something that they can use. So now, while I don't really agree fully with the timeline and the fact that $100, will take, 15 years or so, I think $100 will happen sooner than we think. It's just really the question from $100 and above, right? $100 to 200 to 300 to 400, because $100 at the current stage and how much XRP is out there, that's currently a $5 trillion market cap. I can see XRP easily getting there within the next couple of years. Obviously, we have to account for the bear market and seeing things come down, but with the massive use cases and the further adoption in cryptocurrency, the further acceptance in cryptocurrency, the ETFs, that bear market becomes diluted. And now you see less of a bear market and more of a bull market as we see more people that are adopting, more businesses, more institutions, more financial institutions, the banking industry, all of that stuff. So it's definitely something where we can look at it that way. However, one thing that he's not accounting for is kind of the comparison to market cap. And you can't really compare a business to a currency, to some form of a use of a currency here, because if you're doing that, right, you can value the US dollar at multiple trillions of dollars, but a business could be worth $1 or $2 trillion. And that's reasonable of a high level business. But if you're talking about comparison to Amazon, from where we are to where it could be at a $100 price point, that would be a $5 trillion market cap. That would be double the size. I don't really know where Amazon is right now market cap wise, but let's say it was $2 trillion. It would be double the size, triple the size, right, of what we could see within there. So we have to account for market cap until we get to a certain point of use. I know that a lot of people in the XRP community say market cap doesn't matter, and I understand that totally. But for the beginning stages and establishment in crypto, the adoption, the acceptance, I think you have to factor in market cap, because we're still comparing it to market caps that are cryptocurrencies that are above it in market cap, right? Ethereum, Bitcoin, sitting at a $2 trillion market cap. So while this is acceptable of a price, $100 to $200, some people might not, but some people might not see the vision that we see for XRP overall. Not just reading the chart, but seeing so many things that are happening in real life. Guys, let me know what you think about this. Does this $100 to $200 prediction make sense? Does the comparison make sense to Amazon and being able to break out to $1 trillion, multiple $1 trillion project? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.